Aerobic glycolysis is the oxidation of glucose into glucose 6-phosphate, fructose 6-phosphate, fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, which then splits and separates into dihydroxyacetone phosphate as well as glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. But DHAP is eventually going to be converted into G3P, and so that means we have 2 times of 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, 3-phosphoglycerate, 2-phosphoglycerate, phosphoenolpyruvate, and then last but not least we have pyruvate. Now to memorize these substrates we have this memory palace, okay, and this memory palace consists of Boo, Princess Peach, Dr. Okafor, and Garbage Man from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So Garbage Man for G is going to be moving and limping towards the left while moving this yellow fence, okay? He's moving this yellow fence so that he can actually enter this room, okay? And the fact that he's limping is number 6, okay, and he's actually peeing while moving this fence because he's a weirdo, okay? And so G for Garbage Man, 6 for limping according to the major system, and then P for peeing, okay? And next up, G6P is going to be converted into F6P, and F6P is going to be indicated by the next part of the story where Garbage Man is going to surround this actual palette with his hands. So he's basically placing his fingers all over this palette, right? And then he's going to be just limping towards this painting here, okay? And he's going to paint a picture with his fingers, okay? And so the fact that his fingers are all around this is F, okay? And he's limping on top of this bed to this painting. So limping 6, and then P for painting right here. Now that's F6P. Now next up we have F16BP. So how do we remember that? Well, first of all, he's actually right here on this bed right now, and his fingers are going to be surrounding this pogo stick right here. And pogo stick is represented as number 1. So F for fingers, spreading all the paint, the leftover paint from his fingers onto this pogo stick, okay? And then he's going to be grabbing that pogo stick and limping towards this chair, okay? And, you know, on this chair, he's going to be using that pogo stick and wrapping the pogo stick around the drapes, okay? And he's just covering the mess that he made with the paintings that he's done with this picture and all the paint left over on this pogo stick. So F for the actual fingers that are, you know, being spread around this pogo stick, 1 for pogo stick, 6 for limping towards his chair, and then he's just basically removing his evidence of paint, okay? And then BP is actually the actual blood pressure cuff that he's using on this chair. So F16BP, fructose 1,6BP, BP is the actual blood pressure cuff that he's using here. And you know, the next part of the story involves his blood pressure cuff actually constricting his arms really hard to the point where he actually amputated his arm, his right arm. It sounds very painful, right? So, sorry, not right arm, but left arm. His left arm is going to be amputated, all right, and his arm's going to fall down. And you know, the next part of the story, I want to include the DHAP. So the fact that his left arm is amputated and it's actually in a middle finger stance. So his middle finger stance of his left arm that is separated from his body, it looks like a pogo stick. And so we're going to say that that is the number 1. Sorry, number 1, but also letter D, because number 1 is also letter D in the major system. Okay, so DHAP, so we have the letter D, okay, and now HAP. So how do we remember HAP? Well, let's imagine that the arm is actually hopping, you know, with the middle finger, like a pogo stick, okay? And so the fact that it is hopping triggers us to remember that it is, you know, DHAP. So hopping, so we'll say that it's HAP, okay, HAP. Or you can think of the Garbage Man thinking, what the heck is happening? You know, what's happening? And the fingers just moving up and down with like a pogo stick, so DHAP, DHAP. Now, next part of the story, we have to remember G3P. So how do we remember that? Well, after the DHAP incident, okay, the Garbage Man is standing up, he's like furious and in pain, but also he wants to get that arm back. So he basically grabbed that arm immediately, okay, and he has this battle cry where he's yelling in pain. So the fact that he's yelling, he's using his mouth, and mouth is indicated as number 3. Okay, and the fact that he grabbed it is G. Okay, grabbing G, mouth 3, and then P for punch. Okay, the reason why I say punch is that remember that he wants to reattach his arm back, and so the arm is going to be, he's going to have this punching motion so that he can attach his left arm onto his shoulder, shoulder joint or hinge rather, and so he's doing a punching motion so that his arm can get back on. He's hoping for it to reattach, but it falls down anyways. All right, so that sucks. Now, next part of the story involves the arms just still, hopping, and then flailing into a person's mouth. Okay, so 1, 3, because the arm is number 1, 3 is the mouth. Okay, it's flailing into a person's mouth and in and out his anus. Now, this is Boo, actually. So 1 arm, 3 mouth, and the fact that this character's name is Boo from Dragon Ball Z is 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. Okay, 1, 3, 1 for arm, 3 for mouth, B for Boo, and then PG is just the fact that when the arm, goes through, he's going to defecate a lot of random things, and we're not going to say feces because we want to make this PG. And so the fact that I say PG is the last part of that step. So 1, 3, BPG. The PG items over here are just going to be random items, but inside of it are weird fluids that people are interested in. And the next part of the story is actually 3PG. So 3PG. Number 3 is the mouth. So Princess Peach here is actually interested in those PG substances. So basically Princess Peach is coming over here and eating all of these pouches, these PG items. So 3 for mouth, PG for the actual items here. Next up we have number 2 PG. So 2 PG. Number 2 is indicated as a Nigerian woman or Nigerian twins. So we have Dr. Okafor here. She grabbed one of those PG items. She placed it and spread it across the floor so she can dissect it and find out what interesting components does it have. Okay, so once she opened the bag, there was actually a lot of black spills that are coming out of that bag. All right, and so remember, 2 for this Nigerian woman, Dr. Okafor, and PG because she just, took the PG item and inspected it. The next part is PEP, actually, phosphoenolpyruvate. So actually the garbage man thought that this black liquid was Pepsi. So he came by immediately and he drank that Pepsi. So PEP for Pepsi. And then after he drank this actual black liquid, his left arm actually rejuvenated. And so therefore, his left arm rejuvenated, he's happy, and also he acquired a fire ability. So it's like pyro-like ability, hence pyruvate, which is the last product of glycolysis. I hope you enjoyed this.